What's up, y'all? It's your favorite Afrolatina. I'm back at y'all again with another video. So y'all might be like, that first video was informative to my case of a disabled Instagram. However, who are you? Who is my favorite Afrolatina? And I'm here to tell you about that today. So keep watching if you want to know about all that. So basically for this video, I wanted to do a little, intro / 25 question tag, just so y'all can get to know me a little bit better. These questions are going to range from, what's your age, favorite movie, favorite food, to things like, what are you majoring in college? What is it like to be all the way across the country from your home and things like that. So, I mean, some questions are going to be pretty surface level. Some questions will be a little deeper. Big shout out to Carrot. Thank you so much for helping me come up with these questions. I really called her and was like, I need a whole bunch of questions. Lay it on me. And she did just that. Shout out to her family who was in the car, in the house, who helped with the questions as well. I love you guys so much. The first question is, what is my actual name? So I don't really tell people on the internet my actual name at all. I'm not really comfortable with it. My mom didn't raise me to be comfortable with it. I mean, no shade or tea to people who are okay with that. That's totally fine. Of course, eventually I'll be more public about that. And I mean, I do say my real name sometimes on Instagram and things like that. But I'm going to be honest, most people at my college don't even know my real name. I tell everybody my name is Demi. It's easier for them to pronounce than my real name. It's easier for them to spell. It's easier for everybody if we just keep it as Demi. Y'all can call me your favorite Afrolatina anyway, so y'all don't even really need to know all of that. The next question is how old am I? I am 19. My birthday is November 21st, 1999. So, I just made it. Still in the 90s. Yes, I am pretty young. I'm 19 in my second semester of college. I was 17 when I started college. I do have friends who were 16 when they started, so. How I started being everyone's favorite Afrolatina tia. So I was already in college. I had the same account that I had since high school. Basically, this past summer, so the summer between my first year of college and my second year of college, I was running errands for my mom a lot, doing, teen mom type things, taking my sister to school, going to her parent conferences. Like, I was running a lot of errands and, just doing like teen mom shit. So I was like, okay, everyone's favorite teen mom, Afrolatina teen mom. And then I realized, I'm not the one with a kid. I don't have kids, but I'm always taking care of everyone's kids, like my tia. So I was like, okay, I'm everyone's favorite Afrolatina tia. And then I have my friend Corelli, who's everyone's favorite American mother. We the sisters, taking care of the youth or whatnot. So, yeah, basically, I can't find any of those because they were deleted when my old Instagram was deleted, but I had a whole bunch of posts on my story. I was doing, like, Thea poses. Like, I would take the pictures up here like Theas do, and I would do the faces. I could try to go through, like, my Google Photos and find some of those for y'all. Pop them up if I do find them. If not, sorry. But, yeah, I would do, like, even just inspirational quotes, a whole bunch of hashtags. I would just talk like my Theas do and how everyone's Theas do, take gym pictures. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know the mom, the Thea, the older cousin from Mexico. Like, you all know the pictures, what they post, what they say. Like, that's what I was doing. And that's how I became everyone's favorite Afrolatina tia. Okay. The next question is, how many boyfriends have I had? Okay. Basically, I had two boyfriends. I had a boyfriend when I was in 10th grade that I really loved. And we still talk sometimes. I'm still cool with him. He's still doing great. He knows who he is. Keep thriving. Hit me up whenever, I got you. And then I have the boyfriend I was with my senior year of high school. I got with him around my birthday, like late October, early November-ish. Like, that's when we started talking, of my senior year of high school. And we were together all the way until my second semester of college. He dumped me around March, late February, early March. So I think so almost A year. We're still on pretty decent terms. We still talk sometimes. There's not really any bad blood there. But, still got love for that man too. You feel me? So I guess the follow up to that would be like, oh, are you single? Yes, I'm single. I'm not really looking for anybody. After my ex dumped me, it's just been a year of self discovery, falling back in love with myself, taking care of myself, making sure that I'm doing what I need and being who I need to be as an individual before I put myself into a pair or into a unit. So yeah, one of the questions I got was my opinion on dating skaters. I think my ex skated. My ex used to skate. I used to skate. So I have nothing against dating skaters. My 11th grade year, I think it was, of high school, I really only sat with with skaters at lunch. Y'all could ask my school. It was super small, so everyone would probably know I was right there. I found my board after like 5 minutes of digging. It was really under some shit. So I have this nice Bernie sticker, this Death Wish board, a Jordan sticker, Bones. Yeah, this was my fucking baby. She a little bit dirty. I had some shit sitting on her. I haven't really skated out here. Yes, I mean, I would date a skater. I have talked to skaters in the past. Bitch. Yes. I mean, period. Period. Favorite food. So, I have a lot of favorite foods, but usually when people ask me this question, one of the things I really tell them is my favorite meal plan for like an ideal day. If I got to eat everything I wanted, my favorite things for every meal, what would that schedule be? So that's what I'm gonna tell y'all. So for breakfast, I would get up in the morning and I would eat some chilaquiles, the green ones. If y'all don't know what that is, it's a Mexican dish. It's tortillas, and you cut them up and you fry them, and you top them with salsa. You make it yourself with like tomatillos, cebolla. I don't know what else you put in there. I've made it before, but right now I'm totally blanking. Anyway, chilaquiles, of course I want beans and rice on the side. I don't like eggs, so I don't want eggs on my chilaquiles, but I do want crema. Did I already say queso fresco? Because I need extra of that. I usually have jalapenos or a different chile on the side as well, just in case the sauce is not spicy enough. I am okay with them putting meat in the chilaquiles, like chicken. That's totally fine. That's really good. And I'm trying to drink water for my New Year's resolution, but ideally I would have a Jamaica. And then for lunch, I would have nachos de asada. So I need obviously jalapenos. I need the cheese. I need the meat. And it can't just be like jalapenos, just the chile. I need jalapenos, and I need zanahorias, which is carrots. So they soak the carrots in the vinegar with the jalapenos, and then they're like jalapeno carrots. Bomb. I don't really eat carrots like that, but when they're in jalapeno juice. And then for dinner, I would have calamari as an appetizer, like for dinner. And then I would have soup as like a precursor to the dinner. I love soup. I'm crazy about all soups. I really, really, really enjoy soup. My favorite soup, that's a great question. I haven't really thought about it. I really love broccoli cheese, but I also like loaded potato. So I guess a hybrid. So like broccoli, potato, bacon, and cheese. I'm hungry. Yeah, and then I would have fettuccine alfredo for dinner. I tend to like it better without the chicken in it, actually. So I don't want chicken in that, but I can take a green vegetable. So I could do broccoli. I really like asparagus. I could do spinach. I could do I love green bell pepper, something like that. I would really enjoy. Not kale. I do not like kale. I don't know when kale made the transition from garnish to acceptable edible item. I don't stand that. I do not like it. Don't put kale on my Alfredo, please. Tapatio or Valentina. Tapatio, that's my choice. Period. Okay, favorite movie. My favorite movie is a movie musical called Rent. It is about this group of young adults. I don't mean young adults like teenagers, although one of them is 19, but early 20s, living in New York at the end of the millennium, so 1999, my birth year, in New York, and it's living with not being able to pay your rent, it's living with AIDS, it's living with being trans, it's living with being queer, it's living with, homelessness and being a stripper and doing whatever you can to provide. It's a really, really great musical. I know all the songs. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, period. Yeah. Favorite TV show? I don't actually watch TV that much, but I love The Office. I watch it all the time on Netflix. I've seen it maybe 10 times completely through when I'm going to sleep, especially after I've seen something scary and I need something light to lift the mood. I have like specific episodes I like, but also I could just play it from any random point and I fall asleep, and then like when I wake up, I'm on a new season, but it's fine because I've seen all the seasons, so I could start where I am and still know what's going on. Ever had a pet? I had a fish named Jasmine. I had a turtle. I think her name was Jessica. Both my fish and my turtle died. When I was in elementary school, I had like mealworms as a school project. I think I had like spiders I had to take care of. It was like a big thing in our class that we actually had to take care of insects and have pets and things like that. And I've never had really anything like a dog or a cat or something like that, or like a parrot to myself besides this fish and this turtle and these worms. My mom's ex-boyfriend when I was younger had 2 dogs, Casey and Volto. They were my heart. Casey rolled into some thorns overnight and bled out and passed away. It was really hard for me, like as a child. Volto was a husky. They told me he jumped over the fence and hit the dip, which is totally valid because huskies do that. I've never really asked her if he really did jump over the fence and dip, or if he just died and they didn't want to tell me. But as far as I know, my good sir ran into heaven. I did have a cat, a sweet cat. It wasn't just mine. It actually wasn't mine, but it was in my presence, in my space. Her name was Scout. She is still very much alive, just does not live with me anymore. I do see her sometimes, which is really good because I love her. She was like an emotional support animal. Ever met a celebrity? How was it? Yes, I've met myself. Hello, Fave Afrolatina. I don't like to name drop or anything like that. I have met celebrities, sometimes, you know, just casually walking in the street back home. My dad does have connections to the music industry. He is a music producer, so ever since I was younger, I have met, you know, some people here and there. Sometimes I post about it. I don't think it's like a bragging thing or that I'm better than anybody because I've met certain people or I have connections to people. You know, they're people just like us. I can have great conversations with them and then keep it pushing. It's never anything serious. Yeah. Hair routine. So I just took my hair out of twists. So the twists were in my last video and I literally just took it out 2-3 hours ago. This is the product of that. I am Afrolatina, as you guys know. My mother is Mexican and she was the one doing my hair for most of my life. I wasn't really allowed to touch my hair or decide what was really getting done to it until about my senior year of high school. And by then, you know, I was so stressed and had so much to do, I really would just wear it up most days. So I'm still every day learning, you know, how to take care of my hair. My curl pattern is pretty messed up right now. It's pretty heat damaged. Y'all know I used to straighten my hair a lot. I really like how it looks straight. I love how it looks curly as well. I had a mental breakdown at the beginning of the month when I came back from home, and I cut all the dead shit off my hair. I took scissors to my own hair and I just cut a whole bunch. And so right after that, I twisted it. So I haven't had, you know, an official salon visit to cut it and make sure the health of my curls is where it needs to be and things like that. But once I do that, I will have a specific hair routine in place. I'll definitely do a video on that. Basically, you know, I do the LOC method, which is leave-in conditioner, and then I use oils. I use argan oil for my hair. And then C is like a cream, or like I have like hair lotions, and then I put in like a mousse or like, you know, a curl setter, a curling cream, a curling gel souffle. But yeah, and when I wash my hair, I use different products at home than I do here. Obviously, there's different products available to me in LA that I've had there forever versus here where I couldn't bring any big quantities of like liquid onto the plane, so I had to buy my own products out here. And I also use a red hair shampoo and conditioner that have like a red tint because, you know, my hair is dyed red. You can probably see when you look at the roots that it's red. So I do that to liven up the red, but that's not the best for my curls. So when I do that, I mix it with the shampoo or conditioner that I do use to make sure that my hair is still getting the nutrients that it needs. Skincare routine. Right now, I know y'all see that I'm really breaking out. Like, Nithya is really struggling. I think it's honestly stress related. I have been really stressed lately and my mental health has been getting tested a lot, but I am taking care of myself as best as I can. And yeah, so I'm doing face masks all the time and, you know, washing my face regularly. I've never really had a skincare routine in place. I just kind of washed my face when I remembered, put lotion on it, of course, you know, sprayed it with rose water and called it a day. I don't really do full faces of makeup that often, so my skin's usually pretty good. I am having this breakout, but I really just wake up, wash my face with, you know, face soap, put face lotion on it, go about my day, and then I do like a mask at night type thing. My most embarrassing moment. So from the second Karen asked me this question, I was really thinking about what the most embarrassing moment of my life is. And although I'm sure I have plenty, the first one that popped into my head was when I was in elementary school. I was in the 4th or 5th grade, I believe, at a school in Hollywood. It's called Melrose Avenue Elementary. Shout out to my Melrose folks. But yeah, I went there and I have a bladder problem. It's gotten better now, but especially when I was younger, I had doctor's notes for it. I would get in trouble for it all the time with teachers who didn't know. Like when I have to use the bathroom, I really genuinely do have to use the bathroom. My bladder is small. Like a girl just has to pee when she gotta pee, you feel me? And a lot of teachers would think that I was just trying to like get out of class, which didn't make sense because I was like a great student. So why would I just be trying to get out of class? But I'm doing all. Anyway, I had already gone to the bathroom that class. The teacher didn't want me to go again because I had just gone and lunch was in like 20 minutes. I could not hold it, and I did pee on myself in elementary school. And I mean, I cleaned it up, you know. I got paper towels, I cleaned up my chair, I cleaned up the floor, I cleaned up myself, and I took really good care of it, but it looked shiny in the light still, you know, when you don't rub all the water away. And my teacher was like, "Why is it wet here?" And, you know, I'm pretty sensitive, so your girl just started crying. And I was like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do it." And then, of course, she was like, "No, I'm sorry," which, like, yeah, you are. Right. I could pee in your chair or I could pee in the bathroom. So which one is it gonna be? So yeah, obviously I chose the chair. And so basically I peed in the class, and although that was embarrassing, no one was there. At this point when she had seen the water, class was over. I was just taking long to leave because I was still cleaning up. I went to the nurse's office and I waited for my mom to bring me some clothes. One of my friends came in and asked me what was wrong. I didn't want to tell her, like I was crying. I was really emotional. And I didn't want to tell her, and she was like, "It's okay, you can tell me, it's fine." And I told her, like, you know, I had an accident or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, okay, well, I hope you feel better. Like, I'm going to go eat." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine." My mom brought me clothes. She brought me this cute little skirt and, like, a little halter top. Your girl was stunting on the people in Melrose. Like, I really was looking cute. She bought me some McDonald's, too, so I was really flexing on these people. And I went out, and everyone came up to me, and they were like, "Yo, blank said that you peed on yourself. Is that true? Like, why do you have a new outfit on? We heard you peed on yourself. You had an accident in class. Like, ha, ha, ha." And I was embarrassed that whole rest of the day because I trusted a girl I knew I shouldn't have trusted and I knew I shouldn't have told. But I just have a good heart, and I was like, let me have trust in this girl. Let me tell her what was going on. So, I mean, basically, you can't let these haters know your next move or your past moves either. Like, damn. Best moment or day. So, honestly, I want to say I've definitely had great days in my life. I have great memories, great experiences, but one of the greatest days in my life so far that I can really think of and I vividly remember is the day that I did the photo shoot with Soto Gang for her Angel Heart Devil tracksuit at the LA River. I met so many beautiful people. I know y'all will be seeing this video. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Soto. Shout out to Gia Zeus, the photographer from that day. Shout out to everybody who participated in that and made that happen. I had really been going through it. I had just gotten in trouble for something. So your girl was in a little bit of a rough patch, and my mom had let me do that. And I was honestly so happy. I had such a great time on my photo shoot. That was my first and really honestly only like official professional, even though it was still not like that high scale photo shoot. I had already really liked modeling and things like that, but that was one of the things that really like sparked that fire in me, that it was something I thought that I really could do and really did want to do and pursue. And that day I felt beautiful. I met so many great people. I had such a great time and I felt so empowered. And I really haven't had a day that was that good since then, and even for a while before then. And I mean, yeah, I met really cool people that day. So that was really a great day for me. Parents finding out that I smoked weed. So, basically, I know this is a super controversial topic. Weed actually is not legal in Atlanta. It is, I think, decriminalized. So in Atlanta, you can get an $80 fine. I live in Decatur. If you have a 3.5 or an 8, that is intent to sell, and I will get locked up for being a drug dealer. But basically, when I was in high school, I have older brothers, so they had already had run-ins with weed, and it was a big problem. But basically, once my mom found out I was smoking weed, I was getting tested for antidepressants. Like, they were testing, to see which ones would be better and more compatible for me. And when they did that, I peed so they could see my body, obviously. And they drug tested that. And although they're not allowed to tell you results, because I guess it was, I was a danger to myself or a liability, or because I was already needing antidepressants, they, for some reason, which was probably illegal, I should probably sue them, told my mother that I had weed in my system. She came and picked me up from school randomly. She was super mad. I knew I was getting in trouble because she came in the middle of the day. And she didn't tell me she was coming. And she was like, they found weed in your system. What the, like, why? And basically, she took me to an addiction specialist. And for a month, I went to therapy. I told my dad. He was like, okay. First time sneaking out. So sneaking out of the house, I have never done while my mom was actually home. I would do it like in the summer when she was gone anyway or working and things like that. But honestly, the first time I snuck out, I was in 10th grade and we were on a church retreat to Big Bear. I went to Big Bear and I snuck out of the cabin I was in and snuck into the cabin of the boys from one of the other churches that was there, which seems super thoughtish, I guess, but we honestly were just literally, my friend, it was someone else, 2 of us went over, and then even some of the guys from our church were in there too. Like, everyone was partying, and not partying, but everyone had come over to this cabin. We were literally just all on our phones, not talking to each other, and I tried to leave. The homegirl didn't want to leave, and I knew I would get in trouble for leaving her there. I waited for her, and then 2 minutes later, it was a big, and the jig was up. We just knew it was too late. At that point, we were caught up. So yeah, I got super in trouble, got my phone taken away, and I was grounded for months for that. So, do I think school is important? Honestly, for me personally, education is something that I've always taken serious. I've always really loved learning, been really present in school. It was my second home, even my first home at times. However, I do understand that that is not the case for everybody. Not everybody had the schooling experiences I had, or the great teachers I had that inspired this love that I had, or, the parents that I had to push it on me. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with people not going to college. There's nothing wrong with people dropping out of high school. That's completely your prerogative. If school's not for you, it's not for you. But I did decide that school was the path for me. And that being said, what is it like being all the way across the country for school? I am from Los Angeles, California. I have no family in Atlanta whatsoever. I am literally all the way across the country, all alone. And honestly, I just take it a day at a time. Some days it's really easy, some days it's really hard. But I've already been here for over a year, so I'm adapting and becoming more self-sufficient and independent every day. Honestly, I think I needed this. I definitely would not be in the same place that I am mentally, that I am right now, if I had stayed home in LA or gone to college in California and been around the same people and the same things. I don't want to say it was holding me back, but this definitely pushed me further coming out here. So what are you majoring in? I'm actually currently designing my major in social justice. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that, but I'm thinking maybe teaching. All I know is I want to take it back to the community I came from and communities like the one I came from, and educate people about their history, about the history of people who are oppressed, and inspire change. I don't know, maybe be a motivational speaker, maybe really just take this YouTube shit far. I've always been really interested in activism and protesting and being a voice for the voiceless and things like that. So I just think designing a major in social justice would be a perfect, all-encompassing major that would help me do any and all of those things. Your favorite place in LA versus your favorite place in ATL. My favorite place in LA is not really just a place so much as the experience. I love having long drives with either my cousin or my sister or my tia, where we, preferably at night, drive all the way from my house in East LA on the streets to PCH, to Santa Monica, the beach, and we go down Pacific Coast Highway and we just drive and we look at the water and the Christmas lights in the area and things like that. So my favorite place, I guess, would be in that situation. And my favorite place in ATL, I really don't get out much. I don't have a car, so unless someone's really taking me, you feel me, Uber everywhere is nice, but it's expensive. I guess I would say my bed. I really do enjoy sleeping there. Yeah, there's no physical place that I'm really, really drawn to, but I mean, hopefully that'll change as I become more integrated into my surroundings, and yeah. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Graduated and hopefully making a difference or starting a change. I'm not sure. Life happens. There's always going to be bumps in the roads and things that trip you up. All I know is that I want to be, done with my undergraduate. I'm not sure yet if I want to go to graduate school. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe that'll be a factor. I don't know if I'll have a family. Kids aren't something I really dwell on, but as long as I'm out of college, that's totally fine. I'll obviously have my own car, maybe my own business, maybe a nonprofit. Maybe I'll be teaching already. I don't know, but I want to be successful in whatever I'm doing. And successful doesn't necessarily have to mean rich. I just want to be, successful in the context of what I'm doing. So if I'm teaching, I want to be a good teacher and I want to inspire kids and I want to help kids. Or if I'm public speaking, I want to, questions like that are always super hard to answer, but I thought it was important that it be a question that I do try to answer more for myself than anything, so I could really think to myself where I want to be in 5 years. And honestly, I just want to be happy and I want to be successful, and I hope I'm changing lives. It wouldn't hurt if I was rich, but it's not necessarily something that I need. But yeah, so this was my intro video / 25 questions tag kind of thing. The little get to know me. I'm sorry, I do know that it is a bit long. I will try to trim some of this down in editing, so we'll see how that goes. So it's not like a 30-minute video, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All my socials will be in the description box down below. Feel free to hit me up on any of that. So yeah.
Yeah, money.